Hello everyone, today I want to solve this problem using the fraction class. Write a program named fraction math that prompts the user for two fractions which are then combined using the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here is what the user will see on the screen. So this is what the user will input. So two fractions, and then we have to calculate the sum, difference, product, and quotient. So you can assume that the user always enters two integers separated by a slash. However, the user may enter any number of spaces before and after each integer. He can use index of, substring, and three methods from the string class. Okay, so basically this is a simple program, but the hard part or the difficult part is this. The user may enter the user may enter any number of spaces before and after each integer. So that's gonna be the challenging part. So let's start. Let's import scanner. New scanner. Save standard. Okay. Import the scanner, and then what else? So let's write a message. Print. It says enter first fraction. Okay. Enter first fraction, and then we store that in a string. So string, let's call it first because of first fraction, and then we type input next line, and then we trim it just in case the user enters leading zeros in front of the first integer. And then let's print the second message for the second fraction. Okay. Oh, a mistake here. And then we declare our second string called second. So it's gonna be input next line, and we trim it just in case the user enter spaces in front of the first number. Okay, once we're here, we have to assume that the user can enter a number something like space 1 space slash 5. That will be the worst case scenario. So on these first two lines we cover this section, so we trim this. So right now what we have is something like this. Now we have to get rid of these spaces and the spaces after the slash, and probably the spaces after the 5 if the user enters some spaces. So in order to do that, we're going to create a new method, a class method, public static, and we're going to use fraction because we want to return this. Well, the user enters this as a string, and we want to convert this. We want to convert this value to a fraction value using, and then we have here the fraction class and the operations that we're going to need to perform, which are add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So let's do that. So this and so this is going to return fraction, and let's call it get fraction. And then our parameter is going to be a string. Let's call it fraction, and then let's get rid of the spaces between the first number and the slash. So how do we do that? So let's do a string. Let's call it par1. Par underscore 1 is gonna be equal to fraction. The substring, and then we're going to go from 0 to fraction the index of slash. So on this line we're eliminating any spaces between the first number and the slash. Okay, and then in order to eliminate spaces, we're going to just trim the trim method. Okay, then we're going we're going to eliminate we're going to delete the space, or we're going to trim the spaces after between the slash and the number. So let's do that. Space to make it consistent. Fraction substring, and then in here we have to be careful. We're going to begin from once we know where is the slash, we start from there. So it's gonna be fraction index of slash, but we're gonna add 1 and we're gonna trim. Why we're in 1? Because we already have everything trimmed until we see the slash, and now we're gonna trim everything after the slash. And in order to do it after the slash, we start with the first space after the slash is gonna be this one, slash plus 1. And then what we want to do so part 1 and part 2 should have the values of, for example, if we enter one slash, if we enter a value, for example, something like this, 1, well, space 1 space slash space 3 space. So on part 1 we obtain 1, and on part 2 we should obtain in 3. Okay, now once we have the numbers, we need to convert this string, because these are numbers but they are defined as a string. We need to convert it to integers. So how do we do that? So we declare the first numerator is going to be equal to part 1. No, we have to use parse. So integer the parse in, and then we enter the string, and then we do the same thing for the denominator. We're gonna go denom integer parse in, but yes. And now once we have these two numbers, we're going to return the fraction object. So how do we do that? Well, we type return new fraction, and we enter numerator comma denominator. Okay. So once we have this, we need to, once we have the method done, now we're gonna call it on the main on the main method. So how do we do that? So we just call it. First of all, we're gonna need to define a new two fractions that are gonna store the value from the values from this method. So fraction, let's call one fraction 1 equal to new fraction, and that's our fraction object. And let's declare our second fraction object. Okay. Now this fraction is going to be equal to get fraction, and we enter first. And fraction 2 and second. Okay, now we have the fractions. Now we just need to do the operations. So in order to do operation, we just need to put fraction add. Okay, let's go here, fraction 1 dot add fraction 2, and then we're going to do this for subtraction, multiply, and divide, and division, sorry. So we change this add to subtract, change this to multiply, and we change this into divide. Okay, this should be enough. But we need to our output needs to look like this. So in order to make it look like that, you see, we have an empty space and we have the, okay, so system data print, just add 20 line, and then we're going to do this. Line, sum, colon, space, plus. And we have to do this for all of them. Let's go to this difference. Product plus then we do the same here, same thing for the difference. solution. Yes, that should be it. Let's do this. So let's use the sample from here. So let's put 3/5 1/6, and then yes, so that was we're supposed to get. Yes, so we're good. So we just need a double colon and space here, and now we're gonna enter the same values but with spaces. Space, 3 space 5 space, no, slash, and then 5 space, and then let's enter the other one regularly. Yeah, same thing. So this is the solution for this problem. It's very interesting, and see you next time.